This is Dark Emissary 617, and I'm now going to review the Street Sharks figure Mantaman. This guy was a human that was gene slammed with alien DNA mixed with manta ray DNA that was implanted into the DNA by Dr. Paradigm, aka Dr. Paranoid. And now, the astronaut in the certain episode turned into Mantaman. Now, in the cartoon, he was a much brighter blue. He's very darkish blue, like almost black. But it is like a dark blue, but it's hard to tell in my camera. Maybe it is like a dark black. Anyways, he has like the purple gums and the menacing teeth. He had a friendlier look in the show, but believe it or not, there is an explanation behind this. His figure, I'm gonna assume, is more or less loosely based off of his later appearance in a certain later episode, rather than his debut, because in a later episode, he gets hit by this ray shot by a dinosaur character named Batarangs, who, believe it or not, actually appears in a spin-off later on from the Street Sharks called Extreme Dinosaurs. And that's the last season, where it's pretty much the last 7 or 8 episodes where the Street Sharks team up with the Dino Avengers, who become the Extreme Dinosaurs in a spin-off series that has nothing to do with Street Sharks. Now, I do like the figure, but I'm gonna explain a few things I don't like about him first. First of all, his articulation is, once again, very limited. I don't expect much articulation since these are 90s toys and they didn't... Most of the figures are made of rubber, so you can't really expect much, but the tail doesn't do anything, and his arms actually do move. They're like flex wires inside. You can tell because they have the holes in the arms, but they don't do much. See, they just go inward and outward, and that's as much as you're gonna get. Now comes the second thing I don't like about him. When you move him around, his actual entire body looks like it wants to come apart, so Mantaman isn't a very common figure either, so you gotta be very careful if you ever buy this figure. Mantaman is like this cool, manta ray design. Some might think it's almost like a flying squirrel pose, but manta ray is also more or less what he is, obviously. He has the hooks that if you had like something he could hang upside down like a bat, which he also did in the show quite a bit actually. And one thing I also admit though, as always, I have another figure who's incomplete. He came with this almost Batman Batarang looking boomerang that was shaped like a manta ray. But what a surprise, I don't have it. It didn't come with it, but I'm getting over that now because it's not like it was even in the show anyway, so that's okay. And I'm a little biased with this one. Even though he's a little disappointing, I do like him because he has a cool design. He's quite a fun character in the cartoon. And between you and me, I actually love manta rays. So that's why I really like him. He reminds me of he's a much more serious looking, you could say, a serious counterpart to Ray Fillet from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. But he's a lot cooler in my opinion. No offense to anyone who likes Ray Fillet. And he's actually a good guy. Him and Moby Lick were Moby Lick was originally going to be a bad guy, but he joined the Sharks. And this guy actually turned himself into a manta ray to help stop this evil reptilian alien that was attacking their planet. And I guess it was all building up to the whole special with the crossover with the Extreme Dinosaurs and the Street Sharks. I don't really, honestly, like the Street Sharks crossover with the dinosaurs, because the dinosaurs kind of ruined the show for me, honestly. But, you know, that's okay. It's all ancient history. The show got canceled anyway, sadly, so I'll get over it. What I can't get over is that there were 2 other figures that were going to get made. 2 more Seviet characters. One named Clamando and the other one Tentakill, but the figures never got made for unknown reasons. I guess because the toy line got cancelled, so they didn't have time to make them. Sad, but I just want to put that out for anyone in case they wanted to know why I didn't review them, in case they actually knew these characters. But that's all. Anyways, this has been the review for the Street Sharks figure Mantaman, and this is Dark Emissary 617 signing out.